she wants me to tell you she's amazing and great. She's in the kitchen right now.
That is a sign of a quality roommate right there.
You're approved by Nidhi, so.
I'm sure she is. We're live on YouTube. It looks like. So welcome everybody. This is Ballet and Bharatanatyam. We're going to start with ballet tonight because I feel really bad, but then I have to go promptly at 7:30 to get to another Zoom meeting that I have. I'm Kristen, I'm one of the ballet instructors, and I use she, her pronouns.
I'm Jackie. I'm the other ballet instructor. I use she, her pronouns.
I'm Anita. I'm one of the Bharatanatyam instructors, and I use she, her. I think Anjali and Shruti. They're both Bharatanatyam instructors. They'll be joining us later for the Bharatanatyam section, and they also use she, her pronouns.
Yeah. Looks like Anjali might be on, but not fully yet.
Yeah, I think she said that. I think she said that she may have to kind of hop in and out during the ballet section this morning.
Okay.
Evening.
Sounds good.
I was about to be really confused and then really stressed. And I was like, has time blended that much?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because
I said
Anita,
morning instead of evening, so I confused Nidhi.
That's okay.
no, I was just fully ready to believe her because time seems to be a construct at this point in time.
I don't fully understand what that means, but it sounds awesome.
Don't mind me. I have a very ridiculous sense of humor that makes very little sense even in my own brain. And even in my guys, it's been a long day, so I'm gonna mute myself.
It's Wednesday. We got this, guys. We're more than halfway through the week.
All right. Well, I suppose we will get started. How's it sound, Jackie, if we do quick plie exercise with our combres, quick tendu, quick rond de jambe, since we've been working on those, and then we could go into the second Vaganova port de bras.
Yeah, I think that sounds really good. I'll be as quick as possible. I don't know if I'm pinned, and I think Anjali's the host, and I don't think she's at her computer.
There you go. You're pinned now.
Someone pinned me. Great. Awesome.
I think
okay.
you were pinned earlier too because you were talking.
Okay. I was going to say we can just do the speaker. All right. Well, let's all start with plies. If you're new to us this week, feel free to view our other videos on YouTube. Otherwise, ask us questions if you're on the Zoom chat. We're going to do our plie exercise that we've been doing every week. Just a reminder, plie means to bend. So you're bending your knees. It's that simple. So the exercise, I'm going to do it facing you a little bit, but then I'll be doing it sideways when we start doing it. So you're just doing preparation 5, 6, 7, 8. Put your left hand on your bar, whether that's a wall, a chair, a countertop, whatever you have. And then we'll do demi plie 1, 2, stretch 3, 4, demi plie 5, 6, 7, 8, grand plie 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We do that in second, fourth, and fifth, and then we'll come back to first position, and then we'll do combres, which we added last week. So you're gonna keep the weight in the balls of your feet. You're gonna bend forward 1, 2, 3, 4 with a straight back as much as you can, and then come up 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you'll come to the back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you're gonna reach away from the bar, and then here's my bar, away from the bar and stretch towards the bar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you reach towards the bar and then away from the bar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we'll come into fifth position to do our soutenu turn and do the other side. Just follow along, and then if you have any questions, we can address them afterwards. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4 allongé, 5, 6, 7, 8, demi 1, 2, stretch 3, 4, demi 5, 6, stretch 7, 8, grand plie 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, tendu second, demi 1, 2, stretch 3, 4, demi 5, 6, stretch 7, 8, grand plie 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, tendu fourth, demi 1, 2, stretch 3, 4, demi 5, 6, stretch 7, 8, grand plie 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, tendu fifth, demi 1, 2, stretch 3, 4, demi 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, tendu first, come right forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, come up, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, side, 2, 3, 4, come up, 5, 6, 7, 8, other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, come into fifth, suit new, come back into first, we'll do the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, allongé, 5, 6, 7, 8, demi 1, 2, stretch 3, 4, demi 5, 6, 7, 8, grand plie 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, tendu second, demi 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, grand plie 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, tendu fourth, demi 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, grand plie 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, tendu fifth, demi 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, tendu first, cambray 1, 2, 3, 4, up 5, 6, 7, 8, back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, other side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, come into fifth, suit new, plie, first, and close.
I'm so glad we added those combrays.
It
They
feels
feel
really
so
good.
Feels like I really get warmed up more than like just with a plie exercise.
Okay, so let's do a really quick tendu. I like to do I always like to do one really slow tendu just because it helps me warm up my feet. So we'll just do this on quad. You can either do it from fifth or from first. I'm going to do it from first today. So we'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll do that to the side and to the back, and then again to the side. So again, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then at the very end, we'll bring it into fifth to suit new to the other side. Okay. Again, just a reminder to think about articulating through all the muscles in your foot, especially in that slow one, and to show off the gem of your foot. So showing off that inner arch and really trying to lead with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, allongé, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Close fifth. Sous, soutenu, plie. Come to first if you were doing it from first, otherwise stay in fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Close fifth. Sous, soutenu, plie, and first. My socks are getting all twisted.
I realized something that I really like to do that I don't know if I've recommended for you, Mitty, since you're joining us through Zoom, is I like keeping, and maybe your screen isn't big enough and don't worry about it if it's not, but you can put it on gallery view and then you can like watch yourself at the same time. So I really like doing that because then I'm like, oh, my elbow's drooping. I can get that like visual feedback. Just if that's something that feels nice or seems helpful.
Thank you.
Oh, and then anyone joining us on YouTube, if you have like a mirror that you could be in front of as well. Not that we want to become too dependent on mirrors, but it can give some nice feedback sometimes.
Yeah, I'm looking at my own video and seeing how goofy these pants look.
I think your outfit looks great.
Thank you. I just feel like there's a lot of like, it's baggy here, so it looks kind of funny. But anyway,
No, I think it looks
now
fine.
all of YouTube can see this. We were gonna do ronde de jambe, right?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay. I'm trying to remember what we did last week. So we kind of combined the ronde de jambes à terre, which is on the earth, ronde de jambes en l'air, which is in the air, and the two different kind of types. So I think what we did, and then the two directions, en dehors, opening, and en dedans, closing. So en dehors, front to back, en dedans, back to front. So I think what we did was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we'll do that to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll do that same thing on l'air. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll do the same thing coming back to front. And then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what I did the first time in these ones out here is I'm circling my toe. I'm drawing teardrops coming in and scooping front and around. I'm going to make it really big, front and around. And then the second time I'm doing back and around, back and around, back and around.
Sounds good.
Okay. Everyone, and if you find it's too fast of a pace or too slow of a pace, feel free to do it kind of at your own pace, or do the Rajajams like half time with my counting, do what works for you. I also find it helpful to put your hands on your hips sometimes, because our hips get a little wiggly with these, so it helps stabilize. Otherwise, arm out in second is a good option as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, allongé, 5, 6, 7, 8, front, 1, 2, side, 3, 4, back, 5, 6, close, 7, 8, front, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, on layer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, on day dawn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, circle 3, 4, circle 5, 6, circle 7, close 8, 1, 2, circle 3, 4, circle 5, 6, circle 7, close 8, allongé, and breathe. Okay, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, allongé, 5, 6, 7, 8, front, 1, 2, side, 3, 4, back, 5, 6, close, 7, 8, fast, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, on day done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, faster, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, on layer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, faster, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, on day done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, faster, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, circle 3, 4, circle 5, 6, circle 7, close 8, 1, 2, circle 3, 4, circle 5, 6, circle 7, close 8, allongé, and breathe.
Whew, that felt really good.
Yeah.
I can see Nitya and Anita, you're both working to like keep those legs really straight and like pull up the kneecap. So that's awesome. I know it's really hard. least it looked to me like you were working really hard on it. All right, should we do some Vaganova port de bras? Anjali, if you're available, can you put me on? What's that called? Spotlight me. And if not, we'll just, oh, thank you. Awesome. So last week or 2 weeks ago, we did a bunch with the first Vaganova port de bras. And then last week, correct me if I'm wrong, I think we introduced the third one, but didn't necessarily do a ton with it.
I think that's correct.
Okay, sounds good. So let's just really quick, like one time both sides, do the first Vaganova port de bras, since it's kind of a nice like start before going into the third, and then we'll do the third. And then we'll see what we have time for. I'm excited to get to the second someday. So I think that one's fun too. Taking off my socks just because I'm a little hot and there's not too many tendus in this. All right, so let's take our right foot in front of our left, fifth position croisé, arms in preparatory. 1, 2, 3, 4, allongé, 5, 6, first, third, no, first, second. And now here's where the port de bras starts. We're gonna go allongé, following the right hand, down 1, 2, up to first, 3, 4, up to third, 5, 6, out 7, 8. And then we're gonna allongé, looking past those fingers, bring it down to preparatory. Let's do it on the left. So croisé, fifth position left. 1, 2, 3, 4, allongé, 5, 6, up 7, out 8. We're gonna allongé, look past the fingertips, follow the left hand this side, this time down, up through first, all the way to third, peeking at the inside of your palm, out to second, around the globe, and allongé past your fingertips, and then back down. That looks nice, the little peaks that I have of everybody. Any questions or comments before we move on to the next one? Sounds good. Let's go back to fifth position on the right. So right foot in front. It has the same preparation. 1, 2, 3, 4, allongé, 5, 6, up 7, 8, same as we always have. We're gonna allongé. This time, as the arms lower, so does our torso. We wanna flat back until the very end. Your arms kind of end up parallel to your legs. You're gonna come up. You're gonna, as flat of the back as possible. Arms come all the way to third. Here you're gonna take a little breath where the palms come forward for a moment. And then you're gonna lean back. And then you're gonna pull your arms around the globe as they come back to second, where we finish. Here we're gonna do our ending with an allongé and close. So head and eyes, well, head and glances, I guess. This time you follow your right hand. So fingertips on the allongé, follow the right hand, allongé past the fingertips, follow the right hand as you go down, right hand as you come up, right palm, take that little breath. I kind of like look down a little bit during that breath, kind of like past my armpit. And then I look kind of past my bicep. Would you say in front of it or behind it, Jackie? I think I look in front of it a little bit. I
normally look, when I do a chambray back, I was always taught to look like up into the front, like sideways, so not at your hands, because it helps with breathing is what I was taught. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I was told. So as I go back, I'm looking behind right shoulder,
Okay.
and then
Sounds
kind of around.
Yeah. And then you stay kind of looking to the right then as the arms.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Let's do that. That seems like it's a beautiful line too. And when I talk about around the globe, what I'm trying to get at is essentially to keep the elbows up as they go from third to second. It's really easy in that position to kind of let the arms drop and then reform second. And here we're wanting to keep it nice and rounded, as if there's like a giant sphere in front of you and you're like tracing your arms with it. All right, let's go through that a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, allongé, 5, close 6, up 7, 8, allongé, 1, 2, 3, 4, up 5, 6, 7, 8. Take a breath. 2, 3, 4, up 5, 6, 7, 8. Allongé and close. Then let's do it on our left side. Welcome, Shruti, by the way. So left foot in front. This time we follow the left hand and the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Allongé, 5, 6, up 7, 8. Allongé, 1, 2, 3, 4, up 5, 6, 7, 8. Little breath. 2, 3, 4, up 5, 6, 7, 8. Allongé and down. And just a reminder, when we go back, it's just with that upper torso. Even if, I don't go back very far, right? Like that's how far I can go. It's not very far at all. It looks farther because our arms are up. But what we don't want to do is like squish down in the back, in the lower back, and get the curve from there. It's all from this upper area, the rib cage. Any questions? And then I'll have to pretty quickly log off. Any questions or comments? No? Sounds good. Then I am gonna log off before the reverence.
Yeah, you can spotlight
I
me.
respect you all and I appreciate you all and I love dancing with you all. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Kristen.
Bye.
Okay. Bye, Kristen.
Bye.
Okay, so we'll do reverence quickly, just to thank you to the class. So we'll do kind of our typical boring one, not Kristen's cool fun one. So we'll start on our left leg, the right leg behind, and we'll step across and curtsy, and across and curtsy, and then we'll do the bow, across, bow, and across, bow. Yay, thank you.
Thanks, Jackie. All right. It's hopping in and out there, but hopefully the spotlight worked for you guys. All right. We will get started with Bharatanatyam today. We're going to be introducing something new. We'll start off with Namaskaram. So if everybody wants to find a spot. All right. Back straight, shoulders down, 2 hands in Katakamukha. All right. Dalangu takadimi takatadinginatom takadimi takajanu takadimi takajanu takadimi takajanu takadimi takajanu Takadimi takajanu, takadimi takajanu, takadimi takajanu, takadimi takajanu, ta. Okay, we'll start with Nare. Follow along, we'll do a slower speed and then a slightly faster speed. Dalangu takadimi takadadiginatom, takadimi takajanu, 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 takadimi. And then one little reminder there, I can't see anybody specifically, but in general, if you're doing this at home, just a reminder to yourself regardless, is to try to keep your gaze upward. What can naturally happen is, you know, looking down and walking. So try to keep your chin at somewhat, not necessarily elevated, but just somewhat of a comfortable middle level. So just something to keep in mind, because gradually what tends to happen is some people tend to lower the chin. All right, again, a little bit faster. Talangu takadimi takadadiginatom, takadimi takajanu, 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 takadimi. All right. So I believe today we are starting with Tattumettu. We have done this out of a few weeks back now, and I think because we were doing Pakkadava and we finished up that series last week, we haven't done this one for a while as a warm-up. So I think today we're going to be going back to that, and hopefully the feet work will be a good introduction for what we'll be teaching a little bit later today. So I believe Shruti is dancing?
Yes.
Okay, and then Anita, did you want to do the Sholukata then?
Yeah, I can do that. Should I just do a second speed, or do you want to do first and second?
Maybe a second speed. No, let's do it first. Because we haven't done it for a couple weeks.
Yeah. Why don't we Tattumetta again is the different beats. There's 4, 3, 7, 9, and 5. And so we're just gonna do like a quick review of what, like, let's start like kind of piece by piece and kind of doing that. So we can start with this drum. So this drum is just your beat of 3. So ta, ki, da is your beat of 3. Ta, ki, da. Perfect. So we'll start with that if you want to sit in Aramandi. All right. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Ta, ki, da, ta, ki, da, ta, ki, da, ta, ki, da. We'll go one more. Ta, ki, da, ta, ki, da, ta, ki, da, ta, ki, da. Perfect. Okay. We'll just do that a little bit faster. So talangu takademi takadadingina dom takita 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 ta. Good. So now we're going to review Chatusram, which is our set of 4. So just a reminder, the Solkata is takademi. And Shruti, if you want to demonstrate, so the first ta, you beat, ka, she kind of hits her heel, and then de kind of does that kutta on the other leg, so just the ball of the foot, and then mi, she puts her heel down. So ta, ka, de, mi. Perfect. So we'll do that slow. Talangu takadimi takatadinginatom ta, ka, di, mi. Ta, ka, ja, nu. Ta, ka, di, mi. Ta, ka, ja, nu, and tam. we'll end it there. So now picking it up. All right. Talangu takadimi takatadinginetom takadimi takajanu. Takadimi takajanu. Takadimi. We'll do one more. Takajanu. Takadimi takajanu. Okay. You guys want to take a minute to stretch or grab some water? Feel free. Okay. So then I think this is a good segue to just combine 3 and 4 because we just did 3 and 4. So that'll be Misram, which is our set of 7. So you just do Takita, your set of 3, and then Takademi, which is your set of 4 together. I think we learned it Takita Takademi, right? We learned it the opposite way.
Okay, I was missing on this class, so either way, yeah.
Okay, no, yeah, like what Shruti showed, like we can learn it either doing 4 and 3 or 3 and 4, but yeah, sorry, Shruti, we learned it doing
No.
3 and 4 first, so
Okay.
yeah. All right. So, talangu takadimi takatadinginetom takita takadimi takita takajanu takita takadimi takita takajanu tam. All right. If everybody's ready, we'll do it a little bit faster. Talangu takadimi takatadinginetom takita takadimi takita takajanu takita takadimi takita takajanu tam. Good. Then we're going to go to Kandam, which is our set of 5. So the thing with Kandam is you have one beat that you don't actually do anything at all. So we have ta, where you beat your right, ka, no, nothing. And then you do ta, ki, da. So it's kind of like you have 2 beats and then your set of 3. So we'll do ta, ka, ta, ki, da. Perfect. All right. So get ready, sitting in Aramundi. All right. Talangu takadimi takatadinginetom taka takita taka takita taka takita taka takita ta. Okay. And then we're going to go a little bit faster. So talangu takadimi takatadinginetom taka takita taka takita taka takita taka takita ta. And then finally, we're going to have Sangirnam, which is our set of 9. So it's our Chatusram, which is our set of 4. So we have the Takademi. Yeah, Shruti's going to demonstrate. And then Taka Takita, which is what we just did in our set of 5. So we're taking the 2 and putting them together. All right. So I'll give you guys a minute if you want to grab water really quick or stretch. All right. Talangu takadimi takatadinginetom takadimi taki taka taki. Sorry, I messed up. I was doing Mistram, how I learned Mistram. So I'm going to start again. All right. Talangu takadimi takatadinginetom takadimi taka taki takadimi taka tajanu takadimi taka takita takadimi taka tajanu. Okay. Now just a little bit faster. Talangu tak de me tak ta dingina tom tak de me tak taki tak de me tak ta janu tak de me tak taki tak de me tak ta janu. I don't know if that was I think that was a little bit faster, but kind of the same speed. I think you got it. All right, I think we're good if with Tatumata. Any tips, anything that you or Shruti want to add, Anjali or Shruti?
No, I think that was good. Yeah, just a good revisit to that so we can warm up with some different things every week. So are you ready to learn the new one?
Yes.
All
Yes.
right.
So if you want to spotlight yourself and explain, Anjali.
Yeah, so we just did Pakarava. We'll now be transitioning to our next one, and that is Kurita Metaravu. This one is a little bit, I would say, in the sequence of steps we learn next, this one kind of naturally comes next. So Pakarava was a lot of traveling, right? We really learned how to cover space. We really learned how to kind of, you're covering space, but you're still keeping your form, picking up your feet. Kurita Metaravu is a little bit more of hopping. So we're taking some basic technique that we did learn in Tatu Metu, and we are applying it here, which is why we kind of use that as a warm-up. Typically in this step, we don't travel too much. It's a little bit more staying in place. So at this point, kind of in your repertoire of steps, you're really focusing and emphasizing on sitting really well in Aramandi, right? We really want to keep sitting. We want to keep that posture and the structure of the body. We want to really keep it grounded. So I think that is the intro that I have. Shruti and Anita, do you guys want to add anything before we kind of show them what the step looks like? Okay. So as a step overall, can maybe show you which one we're doing, if anybody has, on YouTube or on the call has seen it before. The step we're going to be doing is one that includes a little bit more. We'll be coming on our toes, putting our heels down, coming up on our toes, and putting our heels down. The first one overall that we'll be learning, we're going to break it down, and you may have seen it before, is one that uses Alapadma to Kataka, back to Alapadma, and back to Kataka. So it's a step that's pretty common again. We're kind of learning it in this sequence. So we're really going to focus and emphasize on footwork today. Again, it may come a little bit more, save my feet, yeah. So it may come more naturally to some. If you've done something like this before, otherwise it can feel a little odd. So all you'll be doing with your feet, especially for the first one, is you'll be sitting in Aramandi, knees turned out. Give me a thumbs up if you can see properly. Good, okay. Back is straight, you can't see the top half of my body. We're really just focusing on the waist down. You'll be coming up on your toes, and you'll be giving it a slight hop. When you do, again, nothing drastic. And then you're going to put your heels down. You don't stay too long on your toes. It's really for a split second there. It'll just be for one count. You'll come up, then you'll come down with your heels. You come up again and down with your heels. So some really important things to note here are when you're sitting, you want to make sure that you stay sitting when you jump. It's a very slight hop. It's nothing where you're coming up first and then coming on your toes. You're staying in that seated Aramandi position and you're coming up on your toes. And here, when you put your heels down, you will not be jumping. So that's like a no. You will just be placing your heels down. Again, with intent and with purpose, but you do not need to hop again. Sorry, in kind of slow motion, it's a little bit more difficult. You don't need to hop again to put the heels down. Any other tips and tricks, Anita and Shruti?
Can you hear me?
No, I can.
Okay, sorry, I configured this computer out. I was gonna say something. I just want to clarify too. When you're jumping, like ideally, okay, it's hard to describe when you're spotlighted, Anjali. Can you just do like a gutta with your thing completely up, sort of like maybe how you would do. Yeah, but like, do you want to put one of your feet down and then the other one? Yeah, exactly that. So that's the thing. Like, it's going to be hard for you to put your ball of your feet exactly like that. I think that's like an important distinction. Like, this is like a good thing. You know, you could do geometrically. It's easier to do a natadava, like have your the rest of your feet come completely up. And kudichimetta, especially when you're going fast, you're going to be going so fast at certain times. I think it's really easy to injure your foot if you're trying to kind of just put all that pressure on the ball. So if you notice when Anjali's actually jumping, if you want to do what you're doing now, it's not completely straight. There's like a little bit of an angle.
Yeah, it's not this much. That I guess I did it for a second just to show you. You're not putting all of your weight, like Anita said, on just this portion of your, I would say, toe, right?
Yeah. And I guess I just want to make sure that to clarify that, because I think would be really easy to injure that part, especially in this step. So just making sure that you don't kind of put all your weight on your ball of your foot and kind of have it in an angle.
Yeah, that is a really, really good actually distinction, especially because I think if you try to do that as well, that's when you lose Aramandi, because it feels impossible to go from sitting to all the way up. It is somewhere in the middle, about here. You want to get that nice hop. And again, the heels come down still with purpose. I'm not jumping to put the heels down, but I'm still, you know, there's a nice crisp, I guess I want to say impact. I don't know if I have a better word for it right now. So why don't we just get up and warm up the feet a little bit. Again, for those doing it at home, I'm still going to keep the video angle like this. You can keep what I'm doing is I'm keeping my hands just behind my back, like usual, no fingers to the sides, just everything nice form up here. And at home a couple times, just try sitting and getting used to doing this a couple times. Yeah, and get used to that movement. Try to gauge a little bit of how much you're kind of bouncing up and down. Some things, to remember is kind of how much you're sitting. Try to get a feel of that. Again, since we're not in a studio, we're trying to guide you guys through this, through words, just to kind of understand how your body should be feeling. And like Anita said, you shouldn't feel too much of a strain, like this on your foot at all. So if you're feeling that, you can dial it back a little bit and keep on focusing on sitting down. As time goes on, you may be able to lift it a little bit more, but you really want to focus right now on keeping Aramandi and sitting. Sorry, I have things on my carpet that are getting caught. But you really want to focus on sitting. And I would say gradually over time, if you're able to lift a little bit more, you never want to get to this point, of course, but if you feel like right now you're only here, that's okay, but at least maintain Aramandi and you can work your way up.
Anjali, could you do a quick demo? Because I feel like I've seen in Kudichimetta, like something that often happens. I think you mentioned this is like people sometimes may jump too high. Is there a way you could like demo like kind of a worst case scenario versus like kind of what it should be? Because we are seeing what it should be, but I don't know what like higher would just be.
Maybe I would probably maybe show my entire body to maybe. Well, there's a lot of things that can go wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a lot of things
it's like maybe common mistakes is what I'm trying to think of.
You're not, I guess, okay, number one first, this is very obviously, coming off as I'm sitting and I'm standing, but your levels aren't going up and down. That's trying to exaggerate it there to make a point. That is one thing. Maybe another thing is you want to remember to keep your feet pretty close together. Your feet shouldn't be too far apart. Again, we've done other adavus, but it's just a reminder, your feet aren't here. They still are in your typical position, that we've done anything else. Just in Pakadava, we were moving quite a bit. This is more stationary. So those are two things that I can point out. I guess another one is you're not jumping the entire time. You know how what was wrong in that situation was I was jumping to place my feet down versus the heels just coming down and my toes staying on the ground. Does that show a little bit better?
Yeah, I think so. And like Anjali said, we're trying to talk to guide you through since we can't.
Yeah.
I have a really nitpicky question.
Yeah.
So like when you're going from the Aramundi up to this position, is like the top of your head like trying to stay the same, where like you're almost bending your knees more from this to this? Or is it like the knee angle stays the same and you're going up a little bit with your head and down?
It's the second.
Does that make sense? The
Yeah.
second one. Okay.
Second one. Yeah. I think you kind of want to have that movement, but what you don't want is like getting up from Aramundi or jumping too high. Cause I guess I theoretically suppose you can jump too high while sitting in Aramundi. I don't know.
Yeah, I think in the second example you said, Jackie, you did say keep the knee angle the same, right? Excuse me. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. You're not keeping this level and then coming. There is a little bit of fluctuation. I guess in the first one I tried to show more of like a coming all the way up. You know, there is a little bit, you can see I keep my hand here, my hand will also go with my body. But there is a little bit of fluctuation in terms of you're moving a little bit.
Yeah.
If you bounce a little bit like this is probably the range that you're going in terms of your levels. That's actually a good exercise. I actually think that that's maybe a way that we can feel this a bit better, everybody at home, is if you're here and you're in Aramundi and you just bounce a little bit, again, not this type of bounce, just a little light bounce on the knees, but again, I'm still sitting. This is pretty much like what I am aspiring to get to in terms of level change. So.
And I was going to say, I think, sorry, just trying to spitball or kind of throw all these tidbits and stuff for Kudichimete, but I think like that if you notice, Anjali's torso is always straight. I mean, that's maintained through every step, but I feel like when you're jumping, it's really easy to lose sight of keeping that torso kind of tight and straight. So
yeah, really keeping your core is important here too. Yeah. Another thing is like, I think this does remind me a little bit of, actually I was kind of saying it here, a little bit of that bouncing. Again, not like I'm not a spring, I'm just a light bounce, but I'm still sitting. It almost reminds me a little bit of pulsing. So you will feel it right here and right here. Again, if you are sitting in Aramundi with your knees turned out, try not, if you are feeling it down here on the knee, right here at all, you know, don't injure yourself. You can lay off a little bit. So be very mindful of your body in some of these steps, especially. Again, Pakurava, there's a little bit more movement. This, a lot of it is in place and a lot of it is focusing on the quad muscles, all of your leg muscles. So if you have any injuries in this area, just really be mindful of that for this type of step.
are there any questions on the call? Okay. Do we want to just try a couple really slow? I know that we're running almost out of time for the class.
Sure.
Maybe just go through super, super slow.
Yeah, and then Anita, should one of you guys want to say the Sholukutta?
Yeah.
And so the Sholukutta for this step is they hut, they hut, they he. So again, we'll be repeating it week after week, but just to get ourselves familiar with it.
I was going to say, do you want me to say it or do you want to say it, Shruti? Okay, I'll go ahead and say it. All right, so let's sit down. All right, 5, 6, 7, 8. They ha, they, he, they, ha, they, he, they, ha, they, he, they, ha, they, he. Yay. And I was going to say, I was sort of reminded as I was watching everybody dance is that if you like probably Google like Kurita and then Bharatanatyam dancer, and if they're having their full costume, this step is really cool because you can kind of see like as yeah, it's kind of like your thighs aren't going super far apart, but just a little bit far apart as you're doing the step. And so your fan will look really pretty. Anyways.
Yeah. I remember my dance teacher telling that to me and asking me to kind of like do the step properly so that when they click pictures, like, so it kind of like shows it beautifully out.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
yeah.
That's also the one thing with Bharatanatyam outfits or costumes too, is that Aramandi is really shown beautifully with the costume, because traditionally, if you guys are at home and you Google it, there is what they call a fan in front. They can be different shapes, colors, different cuts, but traditionally it's shown very beautiful and proper Aramandi, but it's also something that people can tell when you're not doing Aramandi fully because the fan will be closed. So it's a good thing and also kind of a, you know, I guess a con as well. So I think we're good on time to end with Namaskaram. Sound good? Okay. So we'll end with what we started with. Follow along. Give it a couple seconds. Okay. Dalangu takadimi takatadinginatom takadimi takajanu 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 tam. Yay, claps again. I missed the first claps for ballet.
I have like two comments. So first of all, what is this new step called?
It's
Kurita.
yeah, or kudicha. So
Kurita.
Yeah.
Kurita, but kudicha means to jump, and then metta is like that like heel down. So it's kind of like a literal like jump and then heel down. So
and sometimes, and I believe also sometimes the name of the step, whether it's Kurita or Kuricha, can also be varied based on region and language too.
Yeah.
So, within a lot of South Indian regions. So. But yeah, sorry, your question.
No. I was just gonna say it's funny because there's it comes so much later in ballet, but there's like a really cool like it's more of a warm-up step. You won't see it in a dance very often unless it's like stylized or in jazz. But where in your warm-up pliés, you'll do this.
Oh.
Okay.
So it's just kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
A really cool parallel there. I find I did it more so once I got on my point shoes because it's really about rolling through your point shoes. But just kind of a cool, that reminded me. And then when you were talking about the fan, and how if you do your Aramandi improperly, like the fan doesn't work. It's also in ballet, you have the tutu, like a very classical ballet, you have the tutu. And if your hips aren't flat, your tutu is not going to be flat. So it's kind of funny that there's that parallel there.
That is a parallel. Yeah, that's very cool.
I love it.
Do with the costumes. They're like, we're gonna make sure they're doing it right.
Right. Any announcements for the week? I know we're a couple of minutes over, so.
I don't think anything beyond the normal.
Okay, well, in that case, we will see everybody next week on Wednesday, 7 to 8 Central United States time, and it'll also be a half and half class. So we'll update you guys soon on when our next 1 hour classes are, probably sometime in May or June.
And if you have questions on kutachimete, we'll see you at Zoom at 7 next week.
Yes, yes.
Definitely. Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank
Bye.